The kids shouldn't come first. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. And for everyone that's like, oh my God, the kids have to come first. If you are in a blended family, no, the kids actually shouldn't come first. As our marriage counselor told us, if you put the kids first in a second family, you're going to end up in the same.
This take was very triggering for me as a child of divorce because I think it reiterated what so many kids of divorce feel, which is that they're not that important in the conversation, right? Divorce is really difficult for kids, and it's difficult for parents, and it's difficult for everybody, but it can be made so much easier by prioritizing the kids, right? I think there's so many of us who remember being put in the middle of our parents. We remember being weaponized against our parents. We remember what it felt like when our parents entered new relationships and how we felt deprioritized. We remember what that feels like to know you're not the priority. Because when you are with your family of origin, your parents are married, you don't usually feel like your parents are prioritizing their marriage over you. You might sometimes, but you don't feel that because you're their priority. Both of them love you and prioritize you. And so when you're in a blended family or a family that's just divorced, it is very easy to feel deprioritized by both parents. So you go from having this world in which you are a child and you matter to a world where you no longer matter in the way you did. And this woman goes on to say, like, oh, if you prioritize your kids, you'll end up divorced again. And I'm just here to say that, as a parent and a child of divorce, I would much rather end up divorced again than in a place where my kids don't speak to me, where my kids don't feel loved by me, where my kids no longer have a good relationship with me because I chose my husband over them. I can't imagine a world in which I get divorced and I put my kids in the middle. I can't imagine a world where I get divorced and I get remarried and prioritize that person over my children. I know that kids remember everything. You remember it all. Like, I remember everything from growing up when it comes to the divorce and what that felt like and being chosen second to another person. I remember that. I also want to note that just because, this is an additional part of blended families, just because you fall in love with someone doesn't mean your kids have to. Your children did not choose to be born. They did not choose to be a child of divorce. They did not choose to be in a blended family. They did not choose your partner. So if your children don't like your partner, that is okay. And they don't have to. They don't have to enjoy being a part of a blended family. It wasn't their choice. You can be annoyed by that. You can be frustrated by that. You can be saddened by that. But if you want to have a relationship with your kids, you prioritize that over your partner. Because yes, you might grow old with that person, but your kids oftentimes are the one who take care of you in the end. And so who really is by your side at the end? I know who I want to be by my side. So